Hey guys, welcome back. Pineapple King here. NFL schedule predictions for the Pittsburgh Steelers today. And you've seen the rest of the division, so you know that they get last. But I, I, I don't think you guys are bad. You're not a bad team. You have a quarterback problem, but you have a solid defense, top 10 for sure. And you got a good O-line. You got Pickens, and I mean, you got a dual running back threat. You feel great. Heading into week one, unfortunately, though, you lose to the Falcons. I think they start off super hot with Kirko and this new high power offense. I know their defense isn't that great, but I still think you can. I still think you get outshined, especially if you still have a quarterback problem. But you face the you face the freaking Broncos in week two. That's an easy win there. Doesn't matter. It's in Denver. It's the freaking Broncos. And then week three, you're in Pittsburgh for the Chargers. I think that is free. Uh, that's a free win because you just look. The Chargers only have quarterback on you. You kind of have almost everything else. Even the running back dual threat is so much better than J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. But then you head to play the Colts, and it's in Indianapolis. I think you lose that game. The Colts are going to be somewhat good this year, but not great, and that's how I feel about the Steelers. So I think you can. I think it's that game is uh, theirs to lose. I think you lose it unless they don't step up. Depends really how. I think Anthony Richardson's warmed up in there though, and he starts feeling a little better. Cowgirls in Pittsburgh. I still think you lose. Cowgirl, even though I call them the Cowgirls and I don't like the team, they still have a high power offense. Dak can throw for 5 grand this year if he's healthy, with CD and those other receivers and Ferguson. The Raiders, it's in Las Vegas. I think that's like honestly the difference, and you lose that game too. And now you're on a 3-game losing streak. But if you just watched my Jets video, this is a crazy win. You're on a 3-game loss streak, and then you pull off a freaking win against the Jets, and you are feeling amazing. Maybe they switch quarterbacks here. Maybe they switch to Justin Fields here after the 3-game loss streak. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not saying that's what I'm predicting, but it's what I'm predicting. But you also then have the Giants. I think that's a free win as well. That's just it. Yeah. So now you're 4-4 at the bye, which is classic Steelers move. 500 at the bye. And then you face the Commanders, and it doesn't matter that it's in Commanders Field. I think you destroy them, frankly, with a horrible defense you can easily run over, even no matter if it's Justin Fields or Russ. And then you play Baltimore for the first time. Ugh, it's in Pittsburgh, but I still can't give you the win. Baltimore has a much better rushing dual threat with Lamar and Henry, and then their defense sticks with you, so you can't out offense them. You lose. Browns first game, it's in Cleveland. I think that does it. You lose there. The Browns also. I mean, the worst defense is the Bengals. All the other three teams have pretty good defenses, so it's just hard to beat them out with your mediocre offense, unfortunately. But then play the Bengals in Cincy, and I think you still lose that one too, unfortunately. And your whatever game year winning streak of not having a record 500 or better, having that record is looking dangerous right now. You have 7 losses already. You got to pull it together, and you do. Your second game against the Browns in Pittsburgh, I think you can pull it together there. But then you play Philly, and it's in Philly, and they're fighting for a division. You lose there. Guess what? You play the Ravens again. They're also fighting for the division. You lose there too. Not looking good. You play the Chiefs in Pittsburgh. I think at this point that they're basically secured number one, so you win that game, and the Bengals are also secured in their spot, and you win that game. But I still think that's a close game, even if they're not. But you finish 8-9, the first time in however long, with a negative record, and you finish 10th. in the AFC, unfortunately.